Hello and welcome to this video on these free Tiptop Audio Eurorack FX modules. Let's check out what's to come in this video before we get into it. So I've been playing around with these modules and really just wanted to share what I'm doing. This won't be a deep dive on any one of them, but here we have the Z5000 multi-effects module, the Echoes and the ZVERB or ZVERB for multi-effects, delays and reverbs. This video will simply be a range of musical examples, showing some patches and some of the fun I've had, and just a great set of effects. I wanted to capture what I was doing rather than let it go by without you having chance to see or hear it. In case you haven't seen these modules before, these are mono in, stereo out, with 3 CV inputs, a range of effects, whether that's the multi-effects or a specific delay or reverb module. We can control the internal clock DSP, input level, mix, often feedback, time and filtering depending on the algorithm or the mode that we choose. And there's a timing index on screen if you want to skip around to some specific patches, but it's not a very long video. So let's just dive into this first patch. So we start here with the Echoes, and it's a relatively simple beat. Bringing in, even though this is a tape delay, we've got some nice kind of pre-delay metallic reverb kind of effect going on. And I like this push and pull that it adds to the groove and feel of the beat. Bass. This is straight into the Z5000 in the pitch and modulation modes. And it's doing some nice filtered, washy, stereo kind of ping pong chorus delay. It's very much a hybrid of a few normal effects. But it's adding width, colour, tone to my lead line into the ZVERB. And it's just this big, lush, 70s primitive reverb technology sound. Plays off the bass line very well. Let's push it up to some really big verbs. So building these back up, drums, bass, and my lead. So here's a nice lo-fi patch of a little bit of 80s sheen from this reverb, a nice warbly stereo tape image from the Echo, and a little bit of kind of diffused noise and wash from the Z5000. Now the background of this patch is a sub-oscillator and some vinyl crackle and tape hiss that's just sampled and looping around. I like this as something more ambient to work up background patches from. I then have this nice warbly tape-like delay from the Echoes. Now I'm using mutable instruments rings for the core of this patch, and one of the modes in rings will split one note to the left-hand side and the other to the right, so every other note is ping-ponging between its outputs. The left-hand side goes to the Echo, the right-hand side to the reverb. And as I bring the reverb in, you can hear it all just merges into a nice big stereo image. But the patch trick here is really to take the left-hand audio, but not treat it as just an echo panned hard left, to have that give me a stereo image, and then take the right-hand audio and have that give me a stereo image. Here's the reverb on its own. And taking these both fully dry, if I bring this in as well, you can hear a much busier sequence, but carving the notes from one side to the other as rings does, some of them have a delay on, and some of them have a nice big verb. It's really interesting where every other note in a pattern is echoed and the in-between notes are reverbed. So here we're patching effects for drum beats. We've got this nice drum and bass kind of rolling jungle type groove. And to start with, I have my compressed mix of most of my drums into the Z5000 for some modulation. Now you can hear this nice modulated effect. It's this kind of crunchy, washy modulation, but just a tiny bit of it adds a lot of kind of throaty, interesting tone to this drum beat. Without it, now I'm running my clap, which just plays on beats 2 and 4, straight into the echo module. I'm modulating the filtering and the feedback, instead of it just mixing in dry. That bit of delay, just nice ping pong tape style echo delay. Really fills in the ghost notes in the pattern and just keeps this beat rolling along. And then the reverb, ZVERB, modulated space, modulating the time and fidelity, mod and filtering. And this is just processing everything that's going on in my drum mix. Nice, big, kind of ghostly reverb textures. They hang around really nicely with higher time settings. So texture on the majority of the beat, ping pong tape delay on the clap, a nice hanging ghostly reverb for some background texture. So here's a guitar loop from the Chase, Bliss and Knobs blooper, pitched down and reversed with tape hiss and tape warble and stability or instability and noise added to it, and playing the guitar over the top. And my chain is my mono guitar from the looper into the Z5000 for some nice wide modulated chorus. That comes into my mixer. I'm sending the chorus to the echo back to the mixer, and then I'm sending the echo to the reverb. And that allows me to put mono into these and take stereo from each of them rather than chaining in mono through them just in series with single patch cables. And it feels like there's a hell of a lot to explore playing a guitar and other instruments into these. But that's it for now in this video, looking at some of the effects on the Tiptop Eurorack FX modules. Hit like, subscribe, leave a comment, join my growing community over at patreon.com/DivKid, and I'll see you next time. Cheers for watching.